right, folks. I think we are live. Want to kick us off, Sash?
Hi, I'm Sasha.
And I'm Dahi.
This is
Hi guys, I'm Pete.
Track
Fans!
Hey,
Amazing.
Pete, we have the legendary Pete Brown from Track Fans TV.
Oh, thanks ever so much for having me.
One of the godfathers of slot cars.
But
I won't
you're
go
the
that
one who
far.
started making us do these podcasts.
Pete,
Excellent. And you're doing a great job as well.
We would not be doing podcasts only for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying it, so keep doing it.
Yeah, well, thanks for taking the time, and apologies, folks. We sent poor Sweet up the Mersey because I forgot that the clocks had gone back in the UK.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
That's what 12 years of living in countries where there or areas where there's no daylight savings will get you.
No, you're good. We were just watching 24, if you remember that.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I never watched one episode. Sounds good. Cool. Well, Sasha, you want to get started?
Yeah.
Pete's going to be under pressure here. Ahoy, hoy, as Partridge would have said. Okay, so knowing me, knowing you with Pete Brown.
Drum roll.
Go on, Sash.
Okay, so what part of the UK do you live in?
The middle bit. I live in Northampton, which is about 60 miles. Do you work in miles or kilometers, Sasha?
Miles.
So they're not working in either, to be honest, Sash.
It's 1 hour.
Miles.
There you go. It's 1 hour on the train north of London. So not far.
Well, that's not far. And I don't know if I told Pete this before, actually. And I know Pete's not going to hold it against me. Some people might, though. But I was born in the Enfield Chase Hospital in London.
In where?
I was born in the Enfield Chase Hospital.
Oh, North London.
So my parents worked for the bank, and when they were there, they had me. They got me out of there as fast as they could, Pete. Not gonna lie, yeah. But I was back to the main. Brought me back to the mainland as soon as they could. That's what you guys usually say.
Yeah, smogged you out. Yeah, so I live in Northampton, Sasha. The middle bit, we call it the Northamptonshire is known as the county of the squires and shires. And it's one of the most entrepreneurial Well, it's the most entrepreneurial county in the country.
It'd be a good spot for you, Sasha, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks for that.
So yeah, that's where I live.
What other things do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, obviously, I like to spend time with my kids, but they're a bit grown up now. So they're like, Dad, go away. I'm with my mates. So now I have to do other stuff, which is great because I can walk the dog. I can build some magnetic racing stuff or do some slot car action. So that's pretty cool. I like to go out to events. So like getting out to race events and stuff, even if I'm not racing, just go and film a bit and catch up with my friends.
Yeah,
because that's what I like about this sort of slot car community, like we're talking now.
Yeah.
You know, we can talk about cars and you're just not glazed over. You're interested. It's cool. So I like socializing with people who are into slot cars. That's cool. So there's sort of things I get up to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea for Track Fans TV, and why did you pick slot cars?
Well, the story starts before I got back into slot cars. Here we go. The dog is on one.
Milo's not happy.
Yeah.
With your answer. Can you come up with a different answer than that, Pete? Well, Milo's not happy.
Hold on a second. 1 second. Come here, boy. Right. He should be fine now. See, never worked with animals ever.
Did you just push some button there and it was like a trapdoor?
In your bed. There you go. I'm in the basement. He's trying to break out.
Release the hounds, Pete.
This is a black site. You can't get out of here when you're in here. But yeah, so how do I get into it? Right. Great question, Sasha. Well done. So what happened was I used to run a business and sort of late 2019, we made a showroom, like a big glamorous showroom, really glitzy for our customers. And I wanted to put on a party to bring everyone in and have some fun and see the showroom and spread the word. So I had 3 prominent areas: the showroom, the warehouse, and the office. Right. So I thought, right, we're going to have the showroom as its own attraction. The office is going to have the bar in it. So that's the big attraction there. What's going to go on in the warehouse other than a cold, dusty space? So I thought, oh, I know, we'll get a Scalextric track, put it right in the middle of the warehouse, and everyone can like do a leaderboard. So that's what I did. So I bought a Scalextric set and I set it up. I bought some extra track and some cars, and that was great fun. And then we put it away on the shelf, and that was it. So roll forward a couple of months, lockdown come to play. And so we're thinking, it's Albert's birthday in April. Lockdown was in March. Albert's birthday in April. What can we get him? We can get him a Scalextric set because he's of an age. So we got him one.
Tell the truth, Pete. It was, we can get him a Scalextric set because I really want one.
Yeah, exactly. I got the new one and give him the old one. No. So I sent him the track, and he was just like, oh, okay, well, this is good, but to do with it, like I can set up a circle, but what else can I do with it? So what I was doing at my end, I got the track from the office, and we were doing figure of 8 layout, and I'd take a video of it and I'd send it to him. And then Vinny asked me if I could do it in a different way because he didn't want to give him his phone all the time. So I just put him on YouTube. So like if you go back to the start, like track 1, it's like literally I think maybe 11 seconds long.
Right.
And then I did a few more tracks because this is for someone I'm trying to get into playing with his slot car track. So I don't want to be sending him like massive feats of engineering and like architecture, bridges everywhere, and like this stuff going on. It's going to be bored. So just rectangles, figure of 8s, and then some triangle-y ones. And then after about 30 layouts, I'd started to realize other people were watching it. I'm thinking, who's watching this mayhem? This just absolute randomness. But someone's watching it. And so I thought, that's for me at the time, it was funny. Because I just thought, who's watching this? It's so random. Who would watch it? So I thought, you know what? It's like having a TV channel. People are actually watching this stuff. So, and I devised Track Fans TV. I don't know. I just wrote it on a piece of wood and wedged it into the shelf so that it looked a bit glitzy for Albert. Make do for the youth. And from there, it just sort of, I don't know. I think I got to episode 40 and went, you know what? I quite like this. Let's start making. Let's see if I can like do something better with a video. And that's when I started to sort of edit and develop videos, and thus I say, therefore, Track Fans TV come into play. So that's how I did it. It was all for Albert, which is why when I give shout outs and get really excited, it's because he's normally turned up.
No, that's cool story. It's always interesting, I think one of the things we've enjoyed, and since you had us on originally, just finding out the story behind people's journey, I guess, and how did you end up doing this? How did you end up doing that? And it's really, it's not information you always get. And you kind of started out an idea in my head that we would try and chat to people that are involved in the hobby and that find out a little bit more about them for people, and I think that people are interested in that. So thanks for setting us on this road.
It made a big series.
Sure. Have you got like a short list then of people that you're gonna sort of invite on to chat?
To be honest, you and Travis, but
I was going to ask you, when have you got the big dog?
Well, we've been trying to figure it out with him, and we were supposed to do it this week as well, but it's been a bit of a challenge because he's just moved back to Australia, and
don't let up on him. He's got a new
No,
microphone. He should be begging
we'll
to come on.
yeah. So no, and we were supposed to do it the other day, so we'll definitely over the next few days, and we've got Raul will be the next podcast to go live, and that was great fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was hoofing it off my stream last night. He's like, right, I've got to go. I've got another meeting to be at.
Sorry, Pete.
No, it's cool.
Taking people away.
Brilliant.
But
was it a good chat?
Yeah, it's good to it's good to.
He's got a great story.
Yeah, he has, and it's good to mix in. I think these podcasts with, the unbox, review and test. That we've got. Very cool that we've got Alan sponsoring the channel and sending us stuff to review.
Yeah, how cool is that?
So that's cool.
And all the time.
Yeah, mixing it in with podcasts in between, it just keeps it a bit fresh. And then we'll do. Still haven't done a layout tour and that kind of thing, but we'll get to that. And I think actually Raul didn't realize, but because we bought a couple of things from Magnetic Racing, and I got the guys to paint it. Just from a time scale, he hadn't realized that I built, and done all the layout and scenery myself, So he asked would I do something just to go into some detail on that. I think so. That's a good plan. I think. Yeah.
What was the last thing you got from Magnetic Racing?
Oh, the last thing we got was the pit buildings, and
I saw the unboxing of that.
That
plastic container, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I kind of decided to get. Because of course I can build it and paint it, but wanted to get the guys to do that so I could showcase what it was like to get a product pre-built and painted by them, and I think that was cool because it was awesome and it was packaged amazing and everything.
Yeah, it looked really good.
That building that's like the O'Connor's International Speedway.
But next thing, we want to get that gantry that has the phone holder, and I see Pete has it in the corner.
I'm in the middle of spraying it up.
So we can get rid of our bracket. We have this like phone holder bracket. That's much better.
So you can take that out if you don't want that.
That's awesome.
And
we do.
So this is the next bit for it.
Ian and Doug, if you're listening. We need to get that in our lives.
Yeah.
It goes on there.
Yeah, cool.
I need to stick all of those squares.
Yeah.
To it to make a checkered flag.
Cool.
Nice. So I sprayed it up 2 days ago. That board there was all full of those silver bits here. They're literally on every side.
Do you find that? Cool. Do you find that? I keep saying to Sasha, I describe you now as you're as handy as a small pot, Pete. No, but
I'll take it.
It's cool, and I think it's good for Sasha. Is since we started doing this, she's really been involved in a lot of me building the layout, designing the terrain, fixing the cars. You're getting a lot of experience for things that you probably never would have got in other hobbies or areas,
No, definitely not. It's not a curriculum in school, is it? Slot car tuning.
No, that's it. Maybe we should.
We're tired today, everyone.
Track Fans TV curriculum of excellence.
Imagine a little crest.
What have you got next on your list, Sash?
Yeah, come on, Sash.
The slot cars.
Originally,
yeah,
so I think she means what was your first experience with them?
Yeah.
Oh, it was back in the 80s.
Yeah,
it was back in the 80s. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't remember what the original set was. It's possibly an F1 set, maybe 84, 85.
Right.
I was 7 or 8. Yeah. What happened was it was, of course, like everything when we were kids, it was a hand-me-down.
Yeah.
So we got it, and it had already been pre-loved, I think is the new terminology for secondhand.
Pre-loved.
Pre-loved.
Yeah.
and I got it in there, and it sort of worked for a couple of days, but then all the braids messed up. They didn't work. We didn't understand it. So because I'm 7 or 8 and like no age with no like adult input. So it's just, I just got frustrated, and it lasted about 2 days. But there was when we used to go away in the summer down to the coast, that in Clacton on Sea.
Nice area,
yeah. It's changed a lot over the years, let's say. Yeah, it's weathered, and and there used to be, when you went down to the pier, on the left-hand side, there used to be a long hut where there was a laughing policeman. Everyone from that era will know the laughing policeman. And in that hut, there was the mother of all Skelextric or slot car tracks. It was epic.
That's cool.
And it was sort of, it was set up so that you paid your money and you got your green controller and you was the green car, and it was anchored so it would never come out, and you just like whiz it around, and it was hours of fun. Brilliant. So yeah, so I've always been on and off with it. As soon as I see it, I'm like moth to the flame. Get in there.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how people get into it, isn't it? Or the first experience with it, you know. You know, it's funny, I was thinking back the same thing, and you know, I've spoken to you about this on your show about my first experience through my uncles, and then I think it was the AFX Turbo and stuff like that.
AFX?
Yeah, I had one of those. That was quite a number of years after. I had remember the one with the Testarossa and the Porsche 959? So
no, because in January this year, I was talking to Travis before we did a live stream Skelextric 23 review, and I was saying to him, I said, he said something or other about HO, and I said, no, I've not been to head office. And, he's like, what are you on about? And I said, you keep saying HO. It's like head office. I ain't been there, mate. I've been working in London today. And he's like, I can't repeat it, but he called me a plant pot, and and said it's a scale of slot car. So before January, I didn't even know it existed. I knew you could get micro Skelextric, but it's smaller than that, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I need to get some though, because when I saw it in the slot car festival, it looks so much fun.
It's super fast. They're almost too fast, I think. But I mean, it was always Skelextric for me. But then we got the AFX when we got a bit older, and you know, it's funny. I think HO is a lot more popular in the US than it was elsewhere. Maybe. I mean, for me now, I just don't think that. I will definitely give it a shot, but I just don't think there's enough detail in the cars to get my attention for, you know.
Yeah, but you're like you've got that many Carreras and Revo slots. It's hard to top the detail.
Oh, we got a lot of nice cars in there, BRMs, Revos, Carreras, you know, all that good stuff, don't we?
Scale auto,
yeah.
And loads of unboxings to come as well.
Sure. You know, I was thinking the other day, we haven't even looked at some of the cars. It's not that we have near as many as Raul, but we were chatting to him, and it's almost.
Have you started making a note of them, like making a list so you don't double buy?
No, I can remember every single one. I'm like an elephant, I never forget. But you do get to the point though of where, not saying we have, you know, excessive that many cars. We have a fair bit now. We're probably at 130, I'd say, but
that's good going. It was about 106 when we chatted last on screen.
It's the problem is that you just don't necessarily use them all then, and you kind of before you would, and now you sort of you're on to the next thing. And
so do you pick like 10 out to use to have? I'll get 10 of them out, or we'll just pick 5 out. How do you do it?
Normally it's based around the videos we're doing at the moment. It has been. And before we were doing those videos, we would probably spend more time actually just rampaging around the track.
Having a play.
You're like,
having a race.
More time with Sasha teaching me a lesson, you know.
That's it.
But
Brilliant.
Yeah, we digress, of course, but
Yeah, always.
fun, isn't it?
That's why it's good chatting with you guys. Go start here and go over there.
Yeah, I know. It's like a good Billy Connolly story, you know?
Yeah, I love it. Come on, Sash. What's your next question?
Now that you reach 4K subscribers, which is really cool, what is next for Track Fans TV?
Track Fans!
What?
Do you know what?
Congrats, by the way, Pete. I
Yeah.
did. That's a hell of a number there. You're exploding in
It
popularity.
snuck up on me. What was when you started saying that? I thought you said it was going to say now you've reached 40. I was like, what? But then 4K pulled it round. That was good.
Better check,
much.
Pete. It's at 39,000.
Yeah. And climbing fast.
Yeah.
It's I tell you, it's really cool. It's really strange because I just did it for Albert in the start. Like I said, I got to 40 episodes. Then I started to sort of, put effort into the videos, like just play around with it. And it took me to, as you know, about 100 episodes, 100 videos before I come on the camera, like put my mug on in. And then I've just enjoyed making videos. It's a bit like Rahul says, where he's a videographer that loves slot cars.
Yeah.
I used to, as you can see in the background, be a international DJ. So I go and play in all the super clubs, like partying for a living, like this. Exactly that, Sash.
International man of mystery. So you were Mr. Ben, basically.
Yeah, I was the man, Jet Set Willie. But yeah, I'd jet around all over the place. And when you'd be like in between gigs and stuff, you'd like make music. So like Shane was showing people how to progress the music on his Pro Tools software.
Yeah.
I used to use Logic.
Yeah.
So and make the tracks. So I have always enjoyed making something or being creative with audio and visual.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I just consistently keep making videos, stuff that interests me or stuff that I learn about or stuff I can't find.
Yeah.
I think, there's a video in that. Or right, it's like someone said, actually, I won't say who said it the other day, but they said, yeah, but that video has been done. So I don't want to do that video again. No, do it, guys. Do it because it's you guys doing the video. Like when those cars come out the other year, Shadow, or was it this year? I can't remember. Like 40 reviews, 40 channels doing a review. I still haven't got one.
Yeah.
But I would watch 5 of the channels and not the other 35 because I liked the people's presentation of how to do it. So if you keep doing what you're doing with your podcast, your unboxing, your track text, your tours, your 24-hour race coming up, then it's always doing something different. It's keeping it fresh. So you might go next year and do the 24-hour race again, but it'll be slightly different because you'll have more experience. You might be racing. You'll know people who are there, so you'll get more interviews that last a bit longer. So it's always fresh. Now, a lot of people just come on and they want to have a YouTube channel. They don't necessarily have a hobby they want to share. And I think that sometimes you can see that in people's videos and productions. So I'm really quite shocked, in a nice way. And thank you, everyone, that we've got 100 subscribers, let alone 4K. And I do since I had a living in experience with Travis earlier this year. Oh, that was such a laugh. He said, look, you should, just be a bit more consistent and you'll see your channel grow if you want to do that. I said, well, I'm doing the videos now. He said, do some shorts. I was like, all right, sound. And I didn't start doing shorts until about July. I'm mellow at this age. I just take it easy. So 4K is amazing.
Where do you want to go, Pete? Where have you got a goal?
And the other thing people think is this 4K, but if I look back, I've been doing it 3 years. So it's time. You know, there's people out there who have got 2 or 3 times more videos out there as well.
Well, that's
So
the thing.
keep putting them out there.
I said to Sasha recently, and I said, don't get caught up on the numbers. I said, because if you think about it, we've only been doing it for 3 months and we're nearly at 500 already. And that's pretty good going, you know, with not a huge amount of videos, a short amount of time doing it. So I think you've done very well getting to 500, nearly 500 already. So
spot
you
on.
were doing them too.
No, good videos. They're different. You know, the podcasts are really good because it's like Forrest Gump would say, it's like the box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get in the podcast.
No, you just never know what you're going to
So
get.
you always have a massive long list of questions, like the length of a toilet roll.
Yes.
That you know, if somebody comes, they're not, they sort of, you know, they give you yes and no answers.
Yeah.
You gotta have a lot of material.
Agreed.
So we'll never have that problem.
No. No, that's for sure. Out the hind leg off a donkey.
Precisely. So yeah, so no, thank you ever so much for that. It's cool. You guys will get there. Just keep doing it. Be in no hurry either. Put out good videos.
Yeah. Keep it late.
If one takes 6 weeks to put out, it takes 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But make it fun.
Yeah, that's the key. I think we spoke about that when we were on your show, was
put some fireworks in there and some fire and stuff.
If it's not fun,
it's
not happening.
No. Yeah. Well, there's a saying over here. They use it in an advertising campaign. It says, "When the fun stops, stop."
Yes.
Never true word spoken.
To become a job, then that's the time to stop or do something different. You know.
Yeah. Paint some figures.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Exactly. When are we getting the piece figure? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm getting the scan. It's weeks away. It's weeks away.
Come on now. I asked about that. I actually
gonna do a teapot pose.
I was the head of the curve there because I asked Tara about that. Remember on the stream?
She's excellent. She is.
Yeah, she's good value. She's good banter.
Yeah, really good. Her and Steve, good crack.
Yeah. What's next, Sash? Sash is having so much fun. She's forgetting to ask questions, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's your favorite soccer brand, and what's your favorite track? What's your favorite soccer brand, and what's your favorite track system?
Oof, good questions.
So, right, okay, two big questions. That is, right. I don't mind. I mean, I've always said that I'm quite happy to have an opinion. And the thing is, right, what I say now about what my favorite brand is like your taste buds. In about 2 months, that's going to change. So today you don't like, you know, Twixes. 2 months, you forgot how good they were. You can't get enough of it. So at the moment,
Twix, it's a bad example. You could have picked something that wasn't fantastic, but a Twix is always going to be good, you know.
100 grams.
100 grand.
Yeah.
It doesn't have 100 grand bars over there.
That is it. 100 grand.
You know what?
Exactly what I need right now.
So, Pete, your equivalent to 100 grand bar over there is a catch.
A what?
A catch bar, a chocolate bar. That's the equivalent to.
Oh, you're saying 100 grams?
No, 100 grand is the actual chocolate bar. That's what.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I thought you meant like money, 100 grand. I'm like, yes, please.
I thought you were giving him 100 grand. Like
100,000 pounds, 100,000, $150,000. Get in. It might be a bad exchange rate.
It's nowhere near that much now, Pete.
Right. I would say my favorite brand at the moment is.
Tough.
I'm going to say
nostalgia now or the here and now.
No, well, this is tricky. I was going to say Slot It. I'm torn between Slot It and NSR because I race a lot of NSR, but I like Slot It because they're such versatile cars. They're good value for money.
Yeah.
And Maurizio is a dear friend, so that makes a difference to me as well. I quite like people do business with people.
Yes, they do.
And I like that. But I've just recently built and tuned this car, which you can talk about in a bit if you want.
Yes.
So SCX, that's a really nice body. So, but yeah, so I'd say for brand, slot it. At the moment, you know, Maurizio, I'll be fair about that. You know, he'd understand things change.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was track system is Polycar.
Hey, yeah.
I've had a Scalextric. I've had a go on racing on Ninko.
Yeah,
because of going to track days and stuff, having a little lap here or two.
Yeah.
I've got a Polycar and I raced on Polycar at the UK Slot Car Festival. So I know what that feels like. And Scale Auto Track, I had a go out at the Slot Car Festival, but probably not long enough for it to become a favorite brand of track. Favorite track system, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think that I like Polycar because it's slightly wider than Scalextric. Really, it's good, and this works on there like a treat as well. Don't know if I think they might be doing a 4-lane one for you guys.
The question I was going to ask actually on that, and I haven't. Doug, Ian, if you're listening, question was, would it fit over?
Doug, Ian, like and subscribe to this podcast.
Like and subscribe.
Carry on.
I think they already are, so they've got a pass on that. Will that fit over even a 2-lane Carrera with the shoulders on?
Well, funny you should so happen to mention that. I know someone with a Carrera, so I'll ask them.
Ask them, yeah. Well, they'd make one anyway. I know if we set up, and we're still not sure, Pete, because we're going to set up the 4-lane Polycar. We tried to do a video and we had to abandon it because of factors beyond our control. And basically, we're going to redo the video. And then I'm thinking, I know I wanted to try and squeeze in a 4-lane into that test track extension, but it might not work, because 4-lane is hard to put a good layout in.
Yeah.
So I might end up only doing the test track in 2 lanes, just because I want to have some scenery on there. It depends, It's just.
Did you get borders?
Yeah, we got the whole works. We got the biggest 4-lane set and then some extras. So
as long as you got the borders, it'll make a difference.
Yeah.
They don't give you borders with the drift set.
Yeah.
When I bought the smaller set to try it out and see what it was like, they don't give you the borders.
I'm not a fan of those BRZs, I have to say. I didn't like them when I had them in my hand. They just don't have enough detail for me. I think that was what it was,
Oh yeah, it's like a high resistance car, literally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. Me and Wilfie was on it, and he's like age. Has he had a birthday? I'm gonna go with he's still 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wolf. If you're 4. Love you.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get you. It's
yeah. So defo Polycar.
Cool.
Can't wait for you guys to get that up and running. You're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, and we love the Carrera, definitely. And that'll always be something we enjoy, the Carrera, and we'll always have a Carrera layout. But it's nice to get a Polycar. And I mean, there was a part of me that was considering maybe a little Scalextric track at one stage, because nostalgia. That's what I started with. So we'll see, won't we, Sash? Watch this space, as they say.
Yeah. At this rate, you'll be able to set up an actual event space where you can bring in corporates and do like different team building on different tracks.
Guest speakers in, Pete Brown.
That's it. I come in and teach them about stuff.
Yes. What's the next question, Sash?
Yes, Ash.
Can you show us some of your favorite cars, and how many do you have?
Yeah, so I have about 20.
Getting high in numbers, please.
Yeah. So I've got, I look at it in 2 ways. So down the garage, I've got my Scalextric, what I call the bangers. So they're the cars that we race on and have fun with, and we don't mind them going off the table. We don't mind smashing them up or stacking them all up and then driving the car into them and stuff.
Yeah.
or stacking them up in front of the bridge, then ramming it with the truck and see if we can get the top one to barrel roll over the top of the bridge. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So those ones are all beaten up. So they're down the garage, and I've got about probably that work 10.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've got about 5 that are just beyond repair.
Right.
Did you ever see the episode? It's a Christmas episode, I think, not last year, but the year before. It was, well, I went to my warehouse and I set the track up on top of all of the racking in the warehouse. So it was an aerial track.
Didn't see that.
And while I was trying it out, I had the Scalextric Ford GT GTE. Actually, this one, but a different livery.
Right. Cool car.
And in training, in practice, doing the track, it went off the edge right down. It must be like, I don't know, 7-8 meters high, which is high.
Stint then.
And
a 1/32 scale car, that'd be the equivalent of driving it off the side of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got those cars, but the cars up here that I say I got about 20 of, they're cars I buy that I know I'm going to race. And unfortunately, just because how circumstances have been in the last year, because of the closure of my business last year, I really have to. I can't. Last year was cool because I went to like the swap meets and the festivals, and I'd be walking around like with my money.
Yeah,
I'll have that slot car. Throwing the money, and it was ace. So I was getting like some nice cars and this and that. And getting home and realizing I didn't need half of it. I was just so excited when I was there. I was just buying it because I was excited. Whereas this year, I'm like, right, I have very little money. It's very different this year. But, you know, it's like money comes and goes. You'll figure this out in life, Sasha. If you worry about money don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, most people complain they've never got it, but they realize, you know, they're all right. So it comes and goes like this. So don't worry about like not having money at certain times. So anyway, I'm buying cars that I'll only race. And so yeah, that's what I've been buying. And
on that one, obviously, so if you know, if I said to you, right, what if you could have like any car at the moment? That's awesome. Very nice.
So I bought this 908 at the UK Slot Car Festival this year. It was a white kit and I sprayed it up. I bought it as a white kit because it was like 15, no, it was what was it, 80 to 50, £30 cheaper than the one that had a livery on it next to it.
Nice job.
I was like, hang on, I've got an airbrush at home and a steady hand, so I'm going to spray it. So see, I found a deal. I've painted it the way I wanted it.
That's cool.
So it's a win-win.
So if I was to say, okay, what are your top 3 cars if you could have any at the moment, what would they be?
Any brand, any class?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, any brand that's currently on the way.
What I don't have that I would like. Okay. So I'm gonna be trying to find, and I'm probably gonna shoot myself now for this because everyone's gonna go on a rampage to find this at the festival. Unluckily, I can get in before everyone else because I have media pass. So I'm going to look for a Scale Auto, Dodge Viper, and a Scale Auto,
nice
Corvette C6.
C6 or C7?
No, I've got a C7.
Yeah.
Here, which also I sprayed.
Nice.
So that's like fast as lightning.
Yeah.
So I kind of want a lot of the guys if I see in different clubs as well use Scale Auto C6. Yeah, I get that right.
Yeah.
So I fancy getting one of those. And thing is now, like the nice thing now that I've kind of like been learning about the hobby for a couple of 3 years, and probably more so in the last 2 years that I've been able to go club racing after lockdown. I'm more confident about going to a place and going in like the bargain bin, rummaging and getting some old bangers out, because I know I can come back with the spare parts everywhere from all these other cars and just build the cars as I want them.
So basically what you're saying to me is your nerve center there is the equivalent of Halfords. So do you know the saying? You could drive a car through Halfords and come out with all of these accoutrements. And it's pretty much, if I send a slot car to your nerve center, then it comes out with all sorts.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing for David Walls. I don't know if you remember a while back. Oh, you remember on our podcast that we did?
Yep.
You kindly got given the Lancia, didn't you?
Yes.
And I said, oh, I've got the white kit and I'm going to spray it up.
Nice. Look at that. Nice job.
So it's starting to come.
That Irish green or British racing green now, Pete?
It can be. It's probably more British, in fairness. It's darker. If it was slightly lighter, like that, it would be Irish green.
Fair enough, Pete. I won't hold it against you.
Fair's where fair's due, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the other thing I'm painting for David Walls. It's going to have a shell livery. You can't see all the tape up everywhere.
Is that a Mark 1 GT40 or Mark 2?
Yeah, GT40 Mark 2.
Yeah, okay.
So I've done some ombre up the side here, some decals and things.
Nice.
Love it.
Sure.
That's cool, isn't it?
So there you go.
Oh, you can paint me a car now.
Oh, yeah. That'll be. Maybe you should paint Pete one too.
I'm not good.
Let's have a spray off.
Could be a spray off. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think we should do it. That could be a
kitchen table.
We call it. That's what we'll call it. We'll a spray off between Track Fans TV and DNA Slot Cars.
DNA.
Yeah,
that's it.
But it'll be Sash that's doing it because I don't want to give us an unfair advantage by me doing it. You know.
He's a professional.
That's it.
Be good fun. Be good fun.
So can you show us the car that you've recently tuned?
Yeah. So do you want to see inside it as well?
Oh, yeah. We need to see the secret sauce. I'm just going to put you on
big screen.
Big screen, though, please.
Top tip. Get a tray. Preferably a magnetic one from Staff's Slot Cars.
Cool. I need to get actually those Staff's setup block. Would you recommend getting a 2 sizes or just get the 124 and use it for the 132nds as well?
Is that Mercedes?
You'll probably find when you've got all your stuff laid around you, the 1 in 32 size is actually easier to manage.
Okay.
But if you get the bigger one, it's easier to cross, you know, one car, next car if you've got the space. But if you're confined, and sometimes it's space in your box. So this is the car that I've built lately. So what I did was each 1 week.
RS5.
It's an Audi A5 DTM SCX with a slotting chassis.
Cool.
And a slotted pod.
How fast is it, Pete? That's the question.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. So it's got. I try and get some focus on this.
Yeah.
Can you see that all right?
Yeah.
Let's put the light on it. Right. So here we go. So this is a slotted crown gear and a slotted pinion.
I've already seen the secrets, Pete. The secret sauce is the blue tack.
That's it. Don't tell anyone. I'll be ruined. I need to put a little bit of weight in here, just in front of those bits of blue tack, because then that's gonna just hold the front down. Because this is an NSR King Evo 21 and whatever 21.4. That's right, K motor, which is the same motor as I've got in the Corvette C7.
Right.
And it's fast.
Yeah, okay.
Very fast and very responsive. So it's very torquey. So you can hammer it into the corner, brake, and it'll literally do an endo. It's really good fun because you can go faster for longer.
And what controller do you use?
That's what I love.
What controller do you use, Pete?
So I've got. So for racing, for my polycar track, when I got the polycar sent over to me, they kindly supplied me with 2 of these.
Yeah, we have those, don't we, Sash?
SCP2s.
Custom one though. Special.
And awesome. So I wired them both up. One worked and one didn't. So this picture here, I had to send that away in the bottom of the handle.
Right.
And for repair.
Okay.
So that's been repaired and it's on its way back. So I used that in my polycar track, but on my wood track, because I wired in a plug socket, I can use something that's got this 3 pins.
Yeah.
You send it up the club. You just plug it in.
Yeah.
So I used a True Speed.
Cool.
I have no idea what model number it is.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the True Speed.
Yeah. So this is what a lot of people use. If you're really serious, you would have upgraded this to the new Apex. Yeah. Which is the black one, and it's got dials next to the dials so that you can tune the tuning.
Yeah. Similar to I've got that limited edition DeFalco, you know, the Electric Dreams DeFalco. The black one.
It looks good.
It has the digital display.
What? It's got a digital display on it.
A digital display on the part you clip onto the side.
What side did the toasty flap come out?
Pardon?
What side does the toasty flap come out?
Yeah, that's on the right.
Oh, I could murder a cheese and tomato toasty now.
Oh, an El Toasty. You can't beat an El Toasty, can you?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm licking my lips.
Yeah, a nice toasty is a good one.
So yeah.
Cool.
So Sasha, that was the car that I've recently built and tuned. Did it on screen for the guys to follow. All the parts are bought in.
Nice.
And that's what I did. But the other thing that I built and tuned
about that.
Well, what was your questions?
I was gonna ask if did you build that or did you buy it and just spray paint it?
No, Matt Tucker, one of my racing buddies, he come up to the club one night and he gave me the body shell and a chassis and said, Pete, we've got DTM in December. Here's your project. Build that. I was like, brilliant, because he knows that I haven't got a DTM car. When I finally built it, I realized after I built it that it didn't have it had a split in the chassis.
Right.
I had to buy a new chassis and build it all again. I ordered all the parts. It was so scary because I have a habit of ordering the wrong stuff. I'm actually really, really, really good at it. But this was the other car that I tuned up. So this is my Legends that I sprayed.
Cool. You wanted to get a couple of Legends, didn't you? She wanted the Golf Legends pack, actually.
And Travis told me to get the gold one.
Yeah, he did.
All right, he has taste.
Yeah.
So you can see I've got where my little finger is.
Yeah.
I've got to slot it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you on that. It's
gear.
A bit of a different gear on there.
Yeah, it's a bit inconvenient because of how the engine is, the motor is, with opinion to the distance away it is. I actually need a bigger gear to be able to reach it, right? So I bought the bigger gear, put it on. I was like, yeah, because what I wanted to do, where are they? I've got them around here. I got some Staff Slot Car gold wheels, and they look fantastic.
They're amazing looking.
On there. Gold
get those.
Yeah, you got to. But when I put it on the track, the actual gear mesh was bigger than the tire, and it was like
it was like it was a Flying Scotsman or something like that.
Yeah, literally breaking the ice. So I had to get bigger wheels to lift it up. But I'm really happy with it. I tell you, it really drives fast.
Cool. Very nice.
So yeah, they're the two cars that I've pretty much tuned up. I'm
Thanks
currently
for showing us those.
Working on this at the moment. I'm just working on.
Ah, that looks like a Bugatti, or is it
It's an Alfa Romeo.
That's cool. Very nice.
So it's not finished. I've got
Yeah.
your man here ready to go in.
Nice.
But I really enjoyed doing this one. Quite
Excellent.
a nice car. So
That's
it's not
cool.
just super fast cars I like to build. I like just doing different stuff, you know, things that interest me.
Well,
I'm not really a stickler for a class. I'm not a full-on GT3 man.
Yeah.
I kind of like a bit of vintage. I like a bit of DTM. Quite like a bit of the, you know, custom hot rod stuff.
Bit of drum and bass.
Just bring it all on.
Yeah. Bit of Carl Cox. Bit of Carl Cox in the mix there as well.
That's it.
I'm the same.
Yeah. Yeah. We like all sorts. Actually, then you've already answered the next question that she was going to ask. So let's go freestyle. Let's
Sasha,
go freestyle.
Are you tuning a car at the moment?
No.
Watch this space.
Okay.
Watch this space on that one. Okay.
All right.
I've got plans. Got plans.
I'm watching.
One eye looking at you, the other one looking for you.
He always says that.
Yeah, I do. So freestyle question, right? You've gotten through your prepared questions, so now you can just shoot from the hip. All right.
Come on then.
What's your favorite car?
Oh, right.
Okay. Real car? Real car?
Like real car, like, and also like slot car.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, well, real car, I'd probably say, well, it used to be a Nissan 350Z, but over time it's upgraded now. I think it's 370Z, I think, because I went on a track day about 25 years ago, and this was being used as the drift car.
Yeah.
I fell in love with that car because I had to go on the Subaru and I couldn't drift that. No, sorry, the Mitsubishi, whatever it was, I couldn't drift that really well. But I got in this and it was on the track rather than the dirt track. It was on the proper track, and I just knew how to do it.
Yeah.
And instantly in the second corner, I was like drifting, and I'm thinking, this is cool as hell. I'm doing it, Mom.
Yeah.
So that would have been probably my favorite car, Nissan 370Z. And yeah.
I used to have a 350Z back in the day.
Yep, 350Z.
Yeah.
Favorite slot car. Do you know, I might go out on a limb here. You know, I might be daring and actually say, in the 2 nights that I've driven this, it's that good. It really is that good. I think this might be nosing it.
I'd like to see what that could do in the hands of Sasha. You know, I wonder how fast Sasha would go with that.
Oh, don't mind me.
It'd be curious, you know, if we get to pay a visit over there, we'll maybe get, maybe Pete might let you have a few laps with it.
You're always welcome. Come on over, have a race.
I can break it up easily. No, I'm joking.
I did try and film this for a short when I first built it and took it to Rockingham to do a short on the big track.
Yeah.
I put it on and I was going so well until I got to the sweeper corner and I'm filming it, and I was getting into watching it on the camera, and then I forgot momentarily that I was recording
your own race.
Watching it go past the screen straight into the wall. So I was like, all right, okay, that's enough of that. And then Wildman said to me about my short of the Pioneer. He said, oh, that was a tease, a 2-second short. I was like, yeah, because on the next corner, I literally nearly broke it in a corner. I went, I'm taking it off the track.
They're a bit, I'd imagine they're a bit top heavy, those Legends.
They are. I need to put the weight. I've got weight in it. You can see at the front, I've put some weight in it by just under the guide there.
Yeah, cool. I see it there.
And but it does need either a little bit more or something.
Yeah, cool.
I'm definitely not lowering the motor.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to hear your favorite cars, and You're out of date with the 370, Ed, because there's a new one now as well. So the 370 is outdated.
I'm a fossil.
Yeah, stop. Well, you're the same vintage as me, I'd say, Pete.
Someone pass me them carpet slippers.
Tell you what, maybe
I come and sit in your favourite chair, Dai. I forgot about that.
You know, favourite chairs are for old people, Pete. Aren't they?
I said that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about that.
He's never going to hear the end of that.
You're not old.
Favourite chair. You just wheel me out of here and put me in my favourite chair then. I should have brought my favourite chair to this podcast, Pete.
Yeah.
So have you guys got a favourite car, and is it the same or is it different?
Favourite car? Well, you'd have to ask Sasha. What's your favourite car, Sash? In real life and a slot car.
See, you change because you have a favourite car and then you buy a new car and this one's really nice.
I think it's.
I'm thinking about like
favorite realistic car. Are you talking, Pete, in real life or
no slot car?
No, even in real life and slot car. Like for me, I'm talking. Are you talking realistic favorite car or like this, that you could own or something that is?
No, that's boring. That's adult stuff. Yeah. Talk about slot cars.
I like your car though.
Yeah. What do you want? What's your favorite slot car then that you have? Of all.
That's
Evora.
Mine is easy to answer.
Go on. What's yours, Dai?
Mine is the BRM Porsche 917.
I knew he would say that.
Golf number 2.
I knew he would say that.
Is it going to be Carrera or Revo slot? That's the question.
Hard. Like, I'm thinking of those two brands. I'm like, there's 2 of them.
How about you can say one from each then? How about that?
Yeah.
The triplets.
She wants the triplets.
I've got twins. That was hard enough. You don't want triplets in your life.
The triplets are easy.
The triplet C5s, yeah.
I got the 122 Carrera and the 124.
Okay, nice.
Well, you can only pick one. It has to be one or the other.
Hard. By the new ones, I think I like the Lamborghini, number 7.
The Huracan?
Yeah. Oh, nice. A lot of people race those in the GT3 class when they do the endurances.
Good cars. And then what about 124 scale cars? Then what's your favorite?
I'm in between 2.
What are they?
My Ferrari
she's like Elaine.
Which Ferrari?
45A, I think.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
And
I'm just gonna nod. Because Daihi's going to put an image up somewhere of that car, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yes.
So we can all see what it is and go, nice one.
Could be here, they could be there. And she said she was in between 2. It's like a girl I used to know, Pete, Elaine. She lived between 2 houses.
There's actually 3 now. There's 3 now.
Oh, I love it.
There's an Audi R8 and then there's an Audi RS5.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice.
Wow.
Hang on. I got an R8 here. I got an NSR one.
Yeah, nice. I love NSR cars, right? From a performance perspective, Pete. But do you know where they fall down for me? they fall down for me purely because they're never they will alter the car to make it perform better rather than sticking to the exact dimensions
scale.
Put the car.
So they'd be could have a slightly longer front or whatever, just because it'll perform better. And I like the car to be 100% accurate.
Yeah, I've got this little thing here. I got given by it's basically these guys go racing, the Classic Slot Car Racing Association, who do all of those vintage stuff and like old, dinosaur cars.
Yeah.
And because a lot of them they scratch build, like they'll scratch build it, like so what they have here is they make sure that they're within the scale. because you have, when you have, which is a real shame, when you do the classics and GT class, I would love to race my Thunderslot Lola T70.
Yeah.
Oh, he says, where is it? Where is it?
We have a couple of Thunderslots
there it is.
here. We've not taken them out of the box hardly, I think.
This one.
What's
So that is my best car to race. I don't really ever do anything much to it, but it is excellent.
Have you ever had tried the McLaren M6 A and Bs?
No.
There, we've got one of each of those in there, blue and that's kind of the mustard color one, yellowy mustardy one. And I ran them briefly, and they were fast straight away with a little bit of making sure that everything was attached. But again, we just haven't had a chance to use them since, because you're sort of waylaid with other areas. That's a nice little Lotus, that.
This the Lola.
Or Lola, yeah. Lola, is that 270?
Yeah, but it's too wide for the class.
Right.
Thunderslot didn't pay attention to scale. Yeah. Beautiful car, runs like,
Did that with the Shelbys. So the Mustang Shelbys they are not in any way accurate to the real car. Is that one?
This is Pioneer.
Yeah, okay. That's nice.
The bane of my life at the moment. Tuned it all up, everything.
Right.
Doesn't work.
No, at all. It doesn't work.
Charger?
No, it's a Mustang.
That's the Mustang.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a Mustang. Never mind.
And that is the Camaro.
Oh yeah.
So exactly the same chassis. So I just take that chassis and I just change the body if I fancy a change.
Yeah.
But yellow and black livery, yes.
So I have a question for you, Pete. Have you any 124 scale cars, and are you interested in 124?
Yeah, I've got one in my collection.
Okay.
That's right here.
Nice choice, Pete.
Oil class, so it's close to home. Bit of BP.
Is that a BRM, is it?
It is. No, it's a TTS.
Yeah, TTS. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I was thinking of maybe, but the thing is, right, I remember this I bought last year, in the glory days of buying slot cars.
Yeah.
That's it, flicking the cash out everywhere.
Yeah.
That was £100.
Yeah.
Now they're £120. This is at swap meet as well. This is not going onto a reputable shop.
Yeah.
It's like swap meet prices be 120 quid. So I'm thinking, do you know what? I got lucky because up at the club, some guys got the Fiat Abarths. Some people got the Alfa Romeos. Some people got the Calibra. No, not Calibra. Opel. Cadet. Yes, thank you. And I got this, and this is actually really fast.
Right.
So I've not really done much to it, but it's got, whether it's the motor, whether it's something, it's fast. So I've got a chance.
You've got
BRM is slow.
Yeah.
When you come off the back of racing an NSR GT3 car, it's going up. Yeah. And then you put this on, it's like, oh man, someone passed me an ice cream. We're going to be here forever.
That's you'll find. So if I gave you one of the 5112s or the 917, which is the GT class, that will seem slow compared to them as well. I mean, they're super fast compared to that Group 2. Yeah.
So I love this. This is a great car.
Nice.
I'm in for a chance.
Is that that's rear wheel drive, that TTS? Yeah. They do some front wheel drives as well.
It's an angle winder.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, love this. Great question. But I think when I was chatting to Nico a couple of weeks ago, I didn't realize he's a great guy. He is. I tell you, he's fascinating to chat to.
Yeah.
Get involved with him on your podcast maybe, and
give him that's in my list of contacts to
an hour goes like that with him. He's fussy. He just got, because he's been doing it well, I won't ruin his story, but he's been doing it forever. And I didn't realize when he got back into it, because he's a got back into it her person. He always raced 1 in 24.
Yeah, he's got a lot of 124s just from looking at his Instagram.
It's only lately that he's gone into other scales.
Yeah. That's cool. We're not quite 50. We're close on 50-50, 124 and 132, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the one that I own.
Yeah, okay, cool. Pete needs to get some more 124s, doesn't he? Pete needs a GT class BRM. That's what Pete needs.
GT class
yeah.
BRM.
Just right. with the it's got a different chassis in there. The new chassis as well. Just to be curious to see what you think. You know, they're very fun, very fun.
I'd like a BRM. A couple of guys got the minis, the BRM minis.
Nice.
They're quick. They're really quick.
They are pretty cool. All right. There's a BRM
Green Destroyer though.
Yeah. Well, we'll be getting to meet the actual people behind BRM. Obviously, we'll be meeting Alan, who's in partnership with them anyway on a lot of those cars. But
that's going to be cool.
It's going to be cool because I'm looking forward to seeing some of the older additions to the cars as well. Because I'm sure
Alan's going to video it.
Oh yes, maybe. Yeah. Sounds like.
That's it. Yeah. 2 syllables. Christmas is coming. You got to get ready for charades, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. Sasha you like a game of that, don't you?
Yeah. I would play that all day if I could.
That's it. We've got modern charades now, right? We've got this thing. I can't think what it's called. I think, Look Up. It's called Look Up. And you've got it on your phone and you put the number, you've got to put it on your head like this. And if they get it right, you look up. And if they get it wrong, you look down.
Played that a couple of times actually. It's fun at the end of a night.
Exactly.
Ooh, can't believe I just looked at that clock there, and we're like 1 hour and 7 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
So how about this then? You get one final question for Pete. Right?
It's the final question.
Okay, final question. Make it a good one.
You got to make that a thing now. It's the final question.
Final question.
You've got this.
You've got it. Your audience are waiting.
I'm trying to think.
Do you want a drum roll?
Do you want a hand?
Sure.
She wants a bit of Carl Cox.
When's the next time I'm going racing?
Yes, how about that? He's even giving you the question.
No.
Okay, I'll ask you. No, you got one, have you?
It's there.
Okay.
Okay. Which one would you rather have as an actual car?
Okay.
Cool.
A Mercedes-Benz, a Ferrari 458, or an Audi R8 or Audi RS5?
It's a tough question.
It's not, Pete. It's not a tough question at all.
GT.
There's only one answer to that.
For GT.
415, you said.
Oh, my favorites.
458.
Hang on a second then. Let me just remind myself what number it is.
Well, if you want to go for value there, Pete, go for the Ford GT.
Those are all my favorite cars, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the GT recently when I helped Ian and Doug out at Goodwood. That was great fun.
That sounded awesome.
So loud. I'll share the video soon. That's a good point. I've got to do that. Toss up between a Ford and a Ferrari, I think.
You can't go too wrong on either of them.
No, I'm going to go Ford. I'm going to keep it fix or repair daily is what Ford stands for. So I'm going for a Ford.
Well, I'm sure, Pete, now that you've got, you had to be invited to buy those latest Ford GTs. You have to be invited to buy those Ford GTs, so you're definitely not off that list now that you've said that, Pete. Definitely.
No, I'd love to get one of those BRM. I saw him, the prototype, when you did on the chat with that chap. And when you show us the actual designs on that world premiere.
Ah, yes, yes.
I
Remember
watched that
one.
where you
Yeah.
put pictures of it up. Which livery do you like? I like that. That was good. Definitely red.
Yeah, cool, cool. All right. Well, I guess
blue,
we're
red.
unfortunately
No.
toward the end
No!
of our Knowing Me, Knowing You show with Pete Brown.
Damn it! Don't worry, we'll do it again soon.
We certainly will.
So hang on, just before we go, how far off is how far away? Get my teeth in. Is the 24-hour race? When is that for you guys?
We are flying out next Thursday afternoon.
What, flying?
Yeah, well, it's 5-hour flight.
Do you know I get to Egypt quicker than that?
It's if you think about it, it's up in Washington State. So you're up there very close to.
So, like, if this is America, is Washington up here on this side?
No,
by New York.
No, that's New York.
So
you're up the top left corner, western corner. Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
What? Washington's over there?
Yeah, Washington State's over there. So this is over at Seattle, pretty much.
Seattle.
So hang on. So New York's this side, isn't it?
Yeah. You're thinking of Washington, D.C. then.
Ah, yes. Is that here?
Yes. Well,
right.
closer,
and you're down here.
To that piece. I wouldn't say it's the most accurate I've ever seen, but you're closer than you were before.
Yeah, we're ad-libbing here.
Yes. So
we're basically in there.
Yeah. So it's a fair.
Are you near Boone then? Because Boone's in Texas.
Boone moved to Texas, and Boone is about he's about 4 hours away, I think, from here.
In Texas?
Yes, in Texas.
Wow. Like in Northamptonshire, right?
Yeah.
You can drive from one side to the other, provided there's no traffic jam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Eating an ice cream in an hour, max.
You could be driving for 9 hours straight and still be in Texas.
That's incredible.
Just look at my ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love
99 with a flake, red sauce, and nuts.
Red sauce, yeah, and not
that blue stuff.
Not ketchup.
Yeah,
ketchup. No, that's what the adult tomato says to the baby tomato, wasn't it? Ketchup.
That's
I remember your joke,
isn't it?
You made that up.
You know, we started Sash on. She was a big fan of Vegemite, and I introduced her to Marmite.
Yes.
And she prefers Marmite.
Really?
A little bit, this much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
a
let you know,
pinhead's worth.
Sasha prefers Marmite and Vegemite.
I like them the same, Travis.
I've got Vegemite in my basket on Amazon, but I've not bought it because it's £8.50. and I'm like, call me over. You know, I'm like, that's a pair of tires and a set of pinions. I'm not buying Vegemite when I need tires and pinions.
Hey,
no,
don't
take your word on it.
You don't want to use that Vegemite either for gear oil either. It's not going to be too good, you know.
It is.
Good for traction on your tires, though.
Good for traction on the tires. It'd be like running in molasses.
Yeah.
I love Vegemite, so
That's
I
right.
love cars.
Cool. All right, folks.
So you need to go and get some food, don't you? Brilliant. Don't worry. Let's do it again. Let's chat soon. You've got my WhatsApp number and that, so just give me a ring.
Yeah.
You're a legend, and we really appreciate you taking the time. And as always, folks,
it's been amazing.
Tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.